Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a journey through time. Today, we're diving into the breathtaking wonders of Pumakkale, Turkey, a place where nature and history collide in spectacular fashion. From the dazzling white Travertine terraces sculpted by mineral-rich thermal springs to the ancient city of Hierapolis and its haunting Necropolis, this UNESCO World Heritage Site holds secrets spanning centuries. Join us as we uncover the stories of Roman baths, sacred pools, and the eternal resting places of the past. And I hear this might be one of the most beautiful places in the world. So if you're ready to step into a world where beauty and mystery intertwine, let's go. We just spent 2 wonderful nights in Izmir, Turkey, and now we are on our way to Pamukkale. And there's Erica. We're stopped at a rest station, and doesn't she look good today? Some of you may be wondering how we are traveling around Turkey, and so I wanted to tell you we are traveling with Gate 1. They are a tour operator that has trips around the world, and their motto is more of the world for less. But let me tell you, when you travel with Gate 1, it sure doesn't seem like you're getting any less. They cover all your travel details, and we'll talk about that more later in the video. But first, we need to get to Pumakkale. Alright, we finally arrived. Welcome to Pumakkale, Turkey. This is a place where nature and history collide to create something straight out of a dream. Today, we're exploring this unreal landscape of snow-white travertines, turquoise thermal pools, and ancient ruins that whisper stories of civilizations past. So buckle up, because this is a destination you need on your bucket list. And if you're a biblical scholar, the Apostle Philip was believed to have been martyred here at Hierapolis around 80 AD. First things first, Pumakkale means cotton castle in Turkish, and you'll see why the moment you arrive. These dazzling white terraces are formed by calcium-rich thermal springs that have been flowing for thousands of years, creating natural infinity pools that cascade down the hillside. Right now we are just walking by this area first because we are on our way to take a guided tour of the Hierapolis and the Necropolis, but don't worry, we'll be back to enjoy these Travertine pools. But before we head off to Hierapolis and the Necropolis, our guide wants to show us one more place that we might go on our free time, and that's Cleopatra's Pool. This is an optional stop where you can swim among submerged Roman columns in warm, mineral-rich water, and legend says that even Cleopatra herself bathed here. And while that might be a stretch, the experience feels royal, and I will definitely be getting in Cleopatra's pool later. But now we're heading to Hierapolis and the Necropolis. Okay, first let me tell you the difference. Hierapolis is the ancient city that is placed here, and the Necropolis is the burial grounds around the city. Hierapolis was built atop the white Travertine terraces formed by the calcium-rich thermal springs, and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that seamlessly blends natural beauty with archaeological treasures. Hierapolis was established in the 2nd century BC, but it thrived under Roman rule from about 133 BC to the 4th century AD. It was a prosperous spa and trade center due to its therapeutic thermal springs, and it became a hub for Greeks, Romans, Jews, and later Christians. The Necropolis is one of the largest and best preserved ancient cemeteries in the world, offering a fascinating glimpse into the burial practices, beliefs, and social structures of the Greco-Roman and early Christian eras. The Necropolis stretches along the northern and southern edges of the ancient city, adjacent to the white Travertine terraces of Pumakkale, covering several kilometers. It contains over 1,200 tombs, sarcophagi, and burial monuments, dating primarily from the 2nd century BC to the 3rd century AD. This vast burial ground served a diverse population of Hierapolis, a thriving Hellenistic, Roman, and later Byzantine city known for its thermal springs and religious significance.
There would be lots of critters hiding.
What's always like struck me when we've gone to like Rome and here, we think we're so smart. Well, we haven't invented anything new.
No.
They've done the same things that we do.
Leaving the silent necropolis behind, where tombs whisper tales of the past, we step onto the ancient road leading back to the heart of this once thriving city. Nestled above Pumakkale's gleaming terraces, the path worn by centuries of sandals stretches through the northern gate, where the hustle of Roman life feels almost alive. As we enter Hierapolis, the air shifts, history unfolds with every step. But we are walking through this ancient city trying to make our way to Cleopatra's pool. We definitely wanted to take a dip in here before we left this place. Well, at least I did. Welcome to Cleopatra's pool. And right outside the pool is this awesome little shop area where you can buy a towel if you don't have one. You can get a swimsuit or some sweatshirts. It's pretty cool. And then they have this food court, and this is actually where we ate lunch. So there's a lot of different options. You can get American food here. They have these picnic tables where you can sit and eat, and it was all covered and shaded. It was a great place, and we enjoyed our time here, and we even made a friend. This pool is a crystal clear thermal spring fed by warm mineral-rich waters bubbling up through ancient Roman ruins. Columns and marble fragments, relics of the grand bathhouse from the 2nd century, lie scattered beneath the surface, kissed by the same waters said to have soothed Cleopatra herself. Locals whisper that these waters hold the secret to beauty and vitality. So they do have changing rooms here where you can get your swimsuit on, and then they have these areas where you can put your shoes and backpack, and this is the stairway that you enter to get into the thermal pools. And you can see this lady coming out of the stairway right now, but I'm about to get in, so here goes. So the water was definitely warm and soothing, but it was a little bit of a challenge to get over all these columns and the obstacles that were in this pool. But once you made it out past the initial columns that were down, the water did get a little bit deeper, and it was a lot easier to maneuver than at that point. The place was also a little bit crowded, and so you had to find a good place to get over the columns. So great experience. Right now I am standing on one of the columns. Now I'm sitting on it. Yeah, a lot of columns in this water, and it is pretty cool. I'm still trying to make my way over to the deeper area, and across the other side of the pool there's actually an area that you can swim. It gets real deep over there, and so we're trying to make our way over there. So let's go. I'm on some Roman column. Can you see them?
Yeah, I can see them. You can see them in the water.
But after a little swim, it was time for me to get out because we were heading to the Travertine pools. So behold the Travertine pools of Pumakkale, a natural masterpiece cradling the ancient city of Hierapolis. These dazzling white terraces cascading down the hillside like frozen waves are nature's artistry at its finest. Formed over millennia by warm, mineral-rich thermal springs, the calcium carbonate deposits create shimmering, stair-like pools that glow under the Turkish sun. Now it's our turn to get in these Travertine pools. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is you can't wear shoes here. That could damage the Travertine. And some of the rocks that are covered with water are pretty slick, so you have to be careful. And sometimes if you're on those rocks that are not covered by water, if your feet are sensitive like mine, it can be kind of painful. So this was a great experience, but I don't like walking on rocks barefoot. And so here's Erica walking pretty gingerly on these rocks. And let me tell you, I walked very gingerly on them. But this is an experience that you just have to do. It was amazing. And I know that you all are just waiting for me to slip and fall down on these rocks, but spoiler alert, I don't. I was very careful. Definitely everyone here at some point had their phone out. This was a great place for Instagram pictures. Hidden within the radiant travertine pools of Pumakkale is a network of tiny channels that hum with life, carrying the secret to these iconic terraces. These slender, winding streams etched into the white calcium slopes are the unsung heroes feeding the shimmering pools of Hierapolis. It's been a long day, and like this dog, we're pretty tired. We've packed a lot of stuff in, and we've explored Hierapolis as much as we can. This area of Turkey is definitely one of the most beautiful places in the world. And as we leave this area, we passed by all those shops. And we also passed by some beautiful trees and flowers. We made it out to the Hierapolis sign now, and since I didn't get a picture of this on the way in, here's a quick little video of that. But now we are on our way to Antalya. And so while Erica does a little reading, I definitely take a nap. Alright, we've made it to Antalya, and this place is beautiful, but let me tell you a little bit more about Gate 1. If you are ready for an unforgettable vacation, Gate 1 Travel makes it happen with over 40 years of crafting affordable, quality tours across all 7 continents. From escorted adventures to river cruises, their expert guides and small groups unlock the heart of every destination. If you're interested in searching for a Gate 1 vacation, check out my link below. All right, we just checked into our hotel room in Antalya. It's older, nice, clean, but we're on the 17th floor, have a beautiful view of the Mediterranean Sea. So let me give you a quick room tour. This is the closet when you come in. It's got these nice little cloth curtains. And here's the floor, tile floor. We've got pink wall here, so kind of cool. And a blue and green wall there with a little seat. We have a nice big bed, another pink wall on the other side with a side table there, and got the refrigerator, a TV, the safe there, a little day bed, I guess, I don't know, and a full-length sitting area desk that goes all the way across. But then the biggest thing is the view. So we've got a view of the Mediterranean Sea. So that is pretty cool. And let's take a look at the bathroom. It's yellow. The bathroom is wild. It's yellow, 2 sinks, and tricky to find the toilet, but there it is. So interesting, but it is going to be great. We're staying here for 2 nights. We decided to check out more of the hotel. Pool table, some chairs over there. A huge bookcase goes all the way to the ceiling. Some swings. Eric is trying out the swings.
These are kind of fun.
That looks cool. A little eating area. pool is right outside there. More seating areas.
It's kind of fun.
I couldn't let Erica have all the fun, so I definitely had to try out these swings too. The ceiling in this room at the hotel was at least 2 stories high, and on this column they had art decorating the whole thing. One of the things that really struck me was these tables. They had all kind of artwork on them. This place was so eccentric, and I loved it. Here is a wall that's just decorated with the wine bottles, and it goes all the way to the ceiling. And this place was great. We immensely enjoyed our 2 days here. Well, that's a wrap on our unforgettable journey through Pumakkale, Turkey. And if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button. And if you've ever seen a place more beautiful than Pumakkale, let me know in the comments below, because I need to add that to my bucket list. Thanks for watching. I hope to do better next time.